Hi, this is Jim Martin. I serve as Vice President of Harding School of Theology in Memphis, Tennessee. I want to take just a few moments this morning to introduce you to Jessica Holland, who is our new director of our library and the Harding School of Theology library is a gem for students here in Memphis and the distant students as well. And I want to introduce you to her. I want to ask her a couple of questions and just offer the opportunity to get acquainted with one of our new faculty members.
Hi, so my name is Jessica Holland. I am the new library director here at HST. To begin with, this is my dream job. I am thrilled to be here. I've always wanted to be here. I'm from Memphis. I grew up here, and my husband and I attend the Holmes Road Church of Christ, where he's a minister. I spent the past 11 years working as the upper school librarian at Harding Academy. And so I was just right down the hill from here. My commute is no longer than it was, and it's just a joy to be here.
Jessica, we're so glad to have you here. And I want to ask you, you serve as the director of the library for the School of Theology. You also teach. You teach specifically a class called Advanced Theological Research. I think that's how to use the library, maybe, or a part of that. What are you trying to do in this class? What benefit does this have for students? I'm even thinking right now, some of our distant students who are already serving churches, what benefit would a class like this have for them?
It's a very good question. So in this course, I introduce students to a wide variety of theological resources that are available to them, and I teach them how to interact with those resources and how to use them. So we focus a lot on research, on organization, and on writing. My goal is for this course to be super, super practical. I want the course to build a foundation that will allow students to succeed in their studies while they're at HST, but I don't want it to stop while they're at HST. I want these skills that they learn in this class to let them leave with the ability to feel confident and competent in their research, their study, and their writing skills. And I want this to go with them into their ministries. I don't feel like learning and growth stops once you graduate. And I feel like the skills they learn in this class are really applicable at every stage of their ministry. And I feel like that's the good transition. It's good for not just for our brand new students right out of college who've never held a ministry job, but it's good for our people who have been in ministry for years and years. Our field is one that requires constant study and growth, and I feel like this course gives you the tools you need to keep doing that.
Thank you, Jessica. You know, the library has a long history of serving the church, of serving the alumni, and in particular, serving students. I guess I'm wondering, we have resident students here. We have students who actually live in Memphis. Some live on campus. So we have students that are in the classroom, they're here. We also have many, many distant students. So how does the library serve local students, and how does the library serve distant students?
Yeah, so obviously our local students can walk in, use all of our resources that are available here. Our distant students, we help them in a similar way. So what they can do is they can request materials. We will send books. We will mail books to our distant students. They can request pages, chapters, sections of books that we'll scan and email to them. There's a place online where students can request that we actually purchase books to add to our collection that they can use. And one thing I'm really excited about is we have an Overdrive account, an ebook account that we're constantly adding to. And our focus in this account is on materials that will help our ministers. So commentaries, books like that. And so we're trying to grow this ebook account that's accessible to all of our students and to anyone who has graduated from HST. So we're trying to make sure that our print collection is robust and it grows, and that we can make that accessible to students no matter where they live, but also that our digital collection is also robust and that it is growing. And that's an easy way for our distance and our international students to interact with our library.
All right, you said a moment ago that this was your dream job. What excites you at this point about serving as the director of the library for Harding School of Theology in Memphis?
Oh, lots and lots of things. First, like I said, this is my dream job. I've grown up knowing about this place and loving this place and knowing the librarians that came before me. It's very humbling and exciting to be here and to think that I can continue in this legacy of excellence that has always existed here. I really love the intersection of community and learning that happens in a library, and I think very much happens in this library. I feel like librarians by nature and library workers, uh, we are helpers and supporters, and we want to make sure that our community, any of our patrons, and for us, that would be our students, our faculty, our community patrons, have what they need to continue doing their work. And in a theological library, that's kingdom work, and it's helping people to do these amazing things for the kingdom of God. And I feel like the library profession is constantly changing and growing. And so we have this amazing foundation here and this legacy of work that's been done here. And what I hope to do is to find the things and the ways that our field is changing and take us into new eras, to support the things we're already doing and find new things that we can do, and do that in a place like this where we're just so wonderfully supported by our administration, by our community. It's a blessing.
All right, one last question, Jessica. Transition is always interesting. I'm wondering about the surprises. What's been a surprise for you since you've begun serving in this role?
Well, one surprise has been how often I feel like we get together as a faculty and a staff to celebrate things. I've been here for just about 2 months, and I think we've had 5 parties so far. And that's just been wonderful. It's wonderful to be together and to know that we like to be together and we find reasons to be together. The other thing that has been interesting and surprised me is I was not aware of just quite of HST's global reach, how many of our students are international and from around the globe. And that's just been wonderful to see. And I've really enjoyed on Thursdays, we have chapel via Zoom, and it's been great to see our international students joining us and that we can worship with our students no matter where they're living, just across the world. So that was a really cool thing to realize.
Well, thanks very much, Jessica, and thanks for just this brief conversation today. I want to encourage you, if you're thinking about theological education, if you're thinking about just the need for better training as a church leader, or maybe you're part of a congregation and you would just like to go deeper, you would like to learn more. I want to encourage you to contact Matt Carter. Matt Carter is our director of admissions. He is used to answering all kinds of questions about this. And his information is on the screen. You can call him, you can email him, but I want to encourage you to get in contact with him. This is a wonderful school, and we have wonderful students and a wonderful faculty and staff. Hope you have a great day.